I'm never gone forever. Todd, awesome news, brother. Awesome news. Got a place and moving in today. That is great to hear, Todd. That is top-notch news. And here I thought the best news I would have all day is, hey, I got my new glasses. If you didn't notice, don't worry. They look almost identical to my old glasses. I found a lens size, shape, and everything that fits my face well, so I'm sticking with it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So now Todd's going to be very tired for the next week and a half. Moving always tires me out. Always. Not even a question. But I'm happy for you, Todd. I am very happy for you. You and your family, I'm very happy for you. I remember showing up to Robert's little prayer meeting because Nathan is busy preaching. And we made sure to pray for Todd about getting a place. And look, there it is. It happened. Some people will say, oh, that's just coincidence. When you've been looking for a place and you can't seem to find one, and then you seem to find one and then it disappears, and you seem to have one lined up and then the deal falls through. I mean, I'm going to say it like this. Todd, I'm glad that you found a place. But when you look back at all those ones that fell through, that you almost had or whatever, you just never know. Might have been God's way of keeping you out of being in a fire or a flood or a tornado or a hurricane or one of your kids getting bit by a stray dog. It could be a whole lot of little things that, if you think about it, maybe it was just God's way of saying, no, we're not going to put that much burden on you. Sometimes that's just the way you got to look at things. Oh, cool. So it's the Yellow House. Much better than the White House. Howdy, Patrick. Great to see you, sir. Oh, and for anybody who wonders why I say much better than the White House, let's go back to Obama, just as a curiosity. And this is nothing against Obama, one way or the other. But if you know very much about black men, you know that they don't just age overnight. But go back to the beginning of Obama being president, and you will see that he had more dark hair than I have right now. And 8 years later, he had all gray. That's the kind of stress I think I could live without. Just saying. I know someone else who lives with stress. Hopefully I can get her to not kill me at some point. Patrick, that's what he just broke the news right here today, is that they did get a place. They're moving in today. So yeah, very, very happy for you, Todd. That's awesome to hear. I can tell it's summertime in the Houston area. Kids are out of school. 9 cars out of 10 are texting and driving, which is illegal in the state of Texas, by the way. Howdy, James Stumbo. Great to see you, sir. Glad you like those cigars. And yes, I did say 9 out of 10 vehicles seem to have somebody texting and driving. Today I was behind a guy that couldn't get above 30 miles an hour in 6 and a turning lane worth of no less than 45 miles an hour. And then he wanted to honk at me after I went around him and I got over into his lane. Okay, I might have cut him a little bit short. He's lucky I didn't put him into oncoming traffic. Oh, by the way, for that guy, if you ever see this video, when you ran the red light while honking at me and then I opened the rearview mirror to show you a certain, I feel that you are number one finger.
Better not, because that's illegal.
Oh, well, that's okay, because texting and driving and driving through red lights, that's illegal too.
I don't want to hear it. Don't be giving people the finger.
But if you wondered why I was doing all of that to you, plus, you know, as you tried to run up on me and I told you that I will stop you if you keep this up, oh yeah, you know who you are. You know I'm talking the truth about it because I had you dead to rights. Oh look, nice little yellow jacket over here.
Yeah, I got bit or stung by something on the back of my neck while I was inside.
And he seems to be moving away from me, so yeah. Cigars taste like cake. He's happy about the hat. And yeah, Donald, don't be giving people the finger. No, I was just telling him he's number one. Uh-oh. James says, take the spoon to him, Holly.
Got the frying pan out.
Woo! There it is. You heard it here first. In case y'all don't see me anymore, it might be I have to wear a mask from now on. The man with the cast iron mask. Something tells me she'll swing more than once. No reason to go easy on me. She knows. And yes, James, just before I figured out what I was going to send you was when you got those fat bottom Betties and you were going on and on about how good they taste and how much you liked them, and I was like, you know what? There's a new one that just came up. And that yellow jacket is going to die. Mostly because he is attempting, you might want to get up. He's attempting to get himself killed. Just a second, I gotta kill him before he goes stinging people or cats.
He's over here now.
Oh, he's over by me now. Okay. By the way, the hat is mightier than the flying bug. Tends to be one of them reasons why you see a lot of old school country folks wear a hat on a regular basis. Yeah. Oh, Patrick Grant says he'd hit with the cast iron skillet too, so they're backing you up, baby. James, I'm really enjoying the job. I mean, it's easy. Oh God, it's easy. There's times the hardest thing that I'm doing is staying awake. But yeah, one less yellow jacket. That's a good thing. If I could figure out where their nest is around here, I'd go and pump it full of chemicals, but it's probably on somebody else's house. Hey, I can't kill them all, but I can try, damn it. In case y'all are wondering what cigar it will be today, I'll be smoking something new. It is the Plasencia 149. .146 came out a few years ago, but 149 is a Maduro. It's only been out somewhere in the last 3 or 4 months. Decent cigar though. It's from Plasencia. I pretty much like everything they've made. James, that is very true. Working a job that you hate doesn't do anything but make life rough. I've worked that job. I had that job. Some people thought that job was so great. Wait, Todd, you didn't get the place because they backed out? Thought y'all were moving in. Dang it. Now I feel bad for you. That sucks. I thought we were going to be able to party with Todd.
to go in?
Yeah, Toby. You're okay.
You want to go inside?
Yeah, it's kind of a rough lick when they decide to back out. But like I said before, might be God's way of saying, nope, we don't need you to have this kind of trouble. And you never know. Might not be some sort of natural disaster that wipes them out. They might just have electrical problems. Frustrating electrical problems. Been to a few houses like that. Short of a total rewire, never could tell what a switch was going to turn on or off.
Toby. Toby.
And that kind of stuff gets frustrating.
You want to go inside?
Yes, babe, I'd love to, but I'm going to smoke this cigar, so therefore, no.
Toby. Toby.
She's talking to a cat.
You go
He's
inside?
ignoring her.
You going in?
Call him Pumpkin. Okay. He didn't pay attention to me either. Howdy, Smoky Kentucky Piper. How you doing today, sir? Oh, goodness gracious. Man, Todd's good news, bad news thing just really let all the wind out the sails. Man, I was all happy for him for about 15 minutes, and then yank. Okay, well, I'm going to get this cigar lit. Why not? We're going to hang in here until Robert gets on. Y'all know which Robert. That singing feller with no hair. With the mannequin head. Y'all know which one. So as I was telling James, he had just gotten into Fat Bottom Betty cigars. And the Leather Rose had just come out. And I was like, oh, that would be a good one to get for James. I mean, sometimes you can't be enjoying a full-size cigar, and you still kind of want something that's about like that. But I mean, you need to be able to space your time out a little bit quicker. And at the time, you buy a box, you get a travel humidor. Don't know if y'all saw the travel humidor, but oh yeah, I could have kept it. I mean, I know I could have kept it, but you know what? When I saw the travel humidor and the box, I was like, well, yeah. And I already knew he liked Perdomo. So, the hat just fit in there perfectly. Now, the one thing that James knows, and I know that none of the rest of y'all know, James has recently sent me a package between himself and Mark, also known as TPI. They sent me a package, and I had unwrapped everything in the package, but I kept the box and the bubble wrap, and I was sitting there going like, okay, I need a box that fits all of this stuff just perfectly. Come to find out, the box that fit just perfectly was the box that James Stumbo had just sent me. So I packaged it all back up in there nice and neat, and shipped it all off to him. Damn thing weighed almost 2 pounds. I know, because if I'm sending something to you and I have a way to get you the message, I will tell you what the tracking number is. Howdy, Cedric. Great to see you, sir. And then not only will I tell you what the tracking number is, man, I'm checking that tracking like 2 times a day. Where was it today? Where is it going? Did it get there? Is it there yet? If you think I don't check on it regular, ask James how he found out that it actually showed up at his post office box. Okay, he might have gotten a message from somebody else first, but I was checking on it and I was like, oh good, it's arrived. Cool. Hey James, you got mail. Because I'd worry about it. I'm going to send something to somebody. I know stuff gets lost in the mail. I've worked inside the post office. It's crazy easy for things to get rerouted 27 states later. It finally gets to the next state over. You're like, how did it go from here to there to get all the way back around? And for anybody who's concerned about my lack of writing a bro note or a yabo note, I don't feel comfortable writing things on paper. Never really have. Has something to do with my dyslexia. Sometimes I get things almost perfect and I get down to the end and I'm like 3 letters in the wrong order or reversed order, and then I look it over and I'm like, scrap it. It gets very frustrating for me, so I try to not. I muchly prefer to just send people stuff and be like, plus, unlike right here, I really don't know what to say. I'm right there with you, James. God, you gotta feel bad for Todd. So anyways, for anybody who does get anything from me, there's a list of people that I need to send stuff to. I just don't want y'all to feel that I'm neglecting to send y'all a bro note. I think it has more to do with I want it to be legible, so it's just easier to not send it. James, I am betting he knows. It is hot today. I would like to say that it's not really all that hot. So I will. I'll say it. It's not really all that hot. It's the 98% humidity without a single cloud in the sky thing that's killing it. You walk outside and well, it feels like a tropical rainforest. You'd have to have actually experienced the tropical rainforest to understand. The air is thick. You start thinking, can I swim in this? Your breathing conditions go to crap. Howdy, Ron Hardcrackers. Great to see you, sir. I am looking forward to Sunday. Here in Texas, we call it Juneteenth. For those unaware of Juneteenth, that would be June the 19th. It just happens to fall on Father's Day this year. So what happened on June the 19th here in Texas, a Union troop got off of a ship in Galveston, Texas, after the Civil War, and they read out loud the Emancipation Proclamation, freeing the slaves. Here in Texas, we just call it Juneteenth. So it's Father's Day and Juneteenth on the same day. So Oh, and Pipe Week starts. For those of y'all who are unaware of what Pipe Week is, 2 years ago, Phil at the Briar Report said, let's make Pipe Week the week starting with Father's Day. And we can move forward from there. Oh, look, you're getting more Amazon stuff. Ooh, are they listening to the radio? So if this video gets pulled off because somebody else is listening to the radio, y'all can't blame it on me.
Hi.
Huva Ilta, Boris. Great to see you, sir.
You're fine.
Go ahead.
Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, have a great one. You too.
King of the background noise. All right. My title and my reign is still intact. By the way, I saw some cicadas today. So I'm expecting really, really loud, noisy bugs anytime now. Other than the yellow jacket that I already killed. Hey, you know what? I think y'all might have seen it. It was right here. And now it's right over there. No big deal. I just killed it. Got new glasses. Don't worry, they look almost identical to the old glasses. That's why you didn't notice. These are not going to change color in dark and in sunlight, though. So some of y'all might notice eventually. Woo, James, you're having Houston weather up there in Kentucky, brother. 98 with 92% humidity.
Sauna out there.
No, a sauna is available in Finland. Oh, for anybody out there that wants to know my take on the new Batman movie, if you haven't seen it yet,
Don't.
wait until it comes out on regular television. Oh my God, did it move slow. Via DVD, Blu-ray, I watched it. It took me 3 times to get through it without falling asleep. And the sound, it's like a drunk 5th grader decided to mix the sound. Half the movie is spoken in a whisper, and you can't hardly hear it. And then half the movie is loud enough to shake your house if you have even one halfway decent speaker. Can't they do a little sound leveling in there so that you don't have to crank your volume up to ear splitting when the loud parts come out, so that you can actually hear the conversations of the rest of the movie? Oh, Boris is saying that it's, what was that, 70 degrees Fahrenheit in the afternoon, about 60 degrees now at 1:45 a.m. Of course, that's Finland.
That's where I should live.
Holly says that's where she should live. I don't think I'm going to do that, though. Yeah, Smoke in Kentucky. That's the problem with some of those knockoffs. Some of the knockoffs are really not. The construction's just not good. Whereas you get something made by like Drew Estates, as James just stated, the Tabak. Yeah. Howdy, Everett. Great to see you, even if you are the urban hermit. I guess that's better than being the urban cowboy. Unless there's a Gillies around. Hey, what do I know? Yeah, Tabak, if you're looking for a decent cigar that is coffee flavored, yeah, I would definitely suggest the Tabaks. You can get the Java by it's Rocky Patel and Drew Estates. They've joined forces to put that out. But if you don't have a cigar punch, you're going to hate the Java because they'll come unraveled on you. Howdy, Steve and Miss Kathy. Great to see you, sir.
And ma'am.
And ma'am, if you're there. Miss Kathy will correct me if she's there. But normally it's just Steve. Steve, how is your... I forgot what it's called. How is the device? And does it make reading the screen easier? I know you said something about it on James Stumbo's live feed. See, I really was there. I couldn't stay because I was at work, but I was really there. You know, a lot of people have that same issue. Smoke in Kentucky, the punches don't stay super sharp for all that long, unless you're real careful and you know exactly how to sharpen them. They can be very difficult to sharpen. I'm pretty lucky. I actually know how. James, I think you're right. It was something like that. I once knew Jolly Ranchers, but I had to quit those. Okay, y'all are both there. Well, howdy, Miss Kathy. Great to see you here as well, ma'am. Thanks for being here. I am very honored. And the device is a bit to set up. Yeah, that... Why do they make devices for old people that old people can't set up for themselves? You gotta have damn near a electrical engineering degree and some sort of doctor's note just to get it set up correctly. At least that's the way it always feels like for me. Luckily, I kind of have an electrical engineering degree. Sort of. "18 years as an electrician. I know how to get wire A to post A and wire B to post B. I'm pretty good at that." Damn flies all over the place out here today. Canada calls them black flies. I call them dead flies. No. I'm not calling Steve and Kathy old. But the device that they got is to help out people who are elderly. And the whole process of setting it up is not an easy one. Flies are going to learn that if I touch my hat, they're going to die. And one captured. I think I'll leave him under there until he dehydrates. Hey, I had to get new glasses. And I'm old. Ish. Oldish. Okay, maybe I'm not that old. And actually, my doctor says, "You've got really young eyes." Look at him like, "What?" He says, "Yeah, this white shiny section here," and he's showing me the picture they took of my eyes. "That normally absorbs into your eyes and kind of goes away when you turn about 20. So your eyes are really in good shape for you being..." And he looked at me, and he looked again, and he looked at me, and he said, 48? Guess I'm still younger than I look. Patrick, I agree with you that the Android devices are easier to set up. Oh, well, at least y'all had good customer service. Sometimes they give you these craptastic people that don't have any time for you, no matter what you just paid for them. Ah, it's called the Orcam or Orcam Read. If my eyes get much worse, I'll be having one. But no, he said there is no reason to get bifocals yet. I was worried. Just about everybody in my family, by the time they hit 50, is moving into either progressives or bifocals or whatever it is. Yeah, that was last year for my sister. So maybe I've still got 2 years out, but hey, That's 2 years I can pick on them. Because, hey, I like them to have a reason to tell me I'm number one. Going back to an earlier subject. So much fun. So it's been 2 Fridays without anybody from Atlanta area jumping on Friday night. No entertainment for Donald. Ooh, man. Yeah, that would be a rough lick to go that far in your 40s to that level. Of course, my doctor has also said, after looking at how long my arms are, that it is unlikely that I will ever need to worry about my arms not being long enough for me to actually read. Said the problem is you won't be able to see the letters because they won't be big enough when you stretch your arms out that far. Thanks, Doc. I understand. I'm blind. I only have to have glasses to see anything far away. Steve, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Oh, by the way, funny thing happened a couple days ago. This guy walked into the shop and he decided to set up for a rewards account. See, if you're going to happen to shop at a brick and mortar location buying cigars, I highly suggest if they have a rewards kind of a anything at all, sign up for that. I mean, all you're doing is taking free product for doing nothing more than getting the cigars you were going to get anyways. So pretty much it's worth it. Well, at my shop, they ask you your birthday, and I was watching as this guy punched in a date for the same year as I was born, except for 5 or 6 months younger than me. And he looked like he was 20 years older than me. Oh, Jabe, see, all you need is readers. Yeah, I bet you could see long distance better than I can see to find my glasses in the morning. Half the time I'm wearing them. I kept my old pair just so I can wear them so I can find my new pair. Should work. I don't believe that I'm going to get into wearing bifocals anytime soon, though. I'm an avid reader, but because I read everything that I read on my phone, I can change the print size. Though I will tell you, recently, Google and Kindle kind of got into an argument, and somehow Google won and Kindle didn't. You can no longer purchase your books through the Kindle app, even if it's a Kindle device. You have to go to Amazon and then send it to your email account that you can accept it on. Unfortunately, I set up my Kindle account so that I could get certain books for free from the library, from the place that I was working. And you had to use your work email address for that. So if I switch to an email address that I actually have control over, it's going to erase all my books that I've got loaded on there. I probably got $5,000 worth of books. Some of them I like to go back and reread. And Kindle allowed me to use the I believe they called it Open Dyslexic font. So I could change any book on the whole planet to the dyslexia font, and it made it a whole lot easier for me to read. Well, Google Books doesn't have that font. So now I'm having to buy Google Books instead of Kindle books, and it's just a hassle. All because one app says you can and one app says you can't, and somehow they decided to get into a fight about it. Went to lawyers, and after the lawyers hashed it up, it screwed the hell out of the common man. But I went through Harvey and I lost a whole lot more books than I care to admit. That'd be Hurricane Harvey. Oh yeah, James, yeah, definitely. I'm okay with the transitions lenses for the most part, but they fog up way more than other lenses. If you walk in from a cold area to a warm area, they will darken. If you walk in from sunlight into a dark area, it takes a little bit for it to kind of go back to clear. So I just said screw the transitions lenses. It doesn't make any sense to me. I can go and get a pair of prescription sunglasses and I can just change them over and be good. Patrick, mine actually did change while I was in a car. But if you have that ceramic coating on your front windshield, the one that cuts out almost all the UV ray, they won't change. So then they won't darken at all if you're driving like directly into the sun and you wish that they would darken. No. Which is just another reason why I'm just going to save up a few pennies and go back to the place where I got these glasses and, hey, put my prescription into a pair of full-on good sunglasses so that I can use them just for driving. Well, Patrick, the only reason I know that to be true is that I've tested it. When my brother-in-law got his new Mustang, he had the full ceramic on all the windows done, and my glasses will not change inside his car. But in my 2008 Dodge that doesn't have the front done with a ceramic, it will change. But the one closest to the window where you would think it would change, that's not the one that changes. It's the one that's in the middle of the car that changes. And older transition lenses did not change in the car. They got better, but not really better enough. But then there's the other side. If you know that you're going like out to the park, you're going to be out there all day, sun up to sundown, without having to carry a second pair of glasses. They will darken as it gets brighter, and then they will get dimmer or more clear as the light becomes less strong. This is really good for us here in Houston, where we might go to a baseball game and the roof might be open to begin and it might close, or vice versa. Ron, I would suggest going, and if you don't want overpriced frames, I went to America's Best, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh yeah, they're cheap ass frames that nobody'd want." Well, I started on the expensive side, looking for frames, and I ended up in the cheapest section, finding these that very, very closely matched what I already had. And I said, I already know this shape works with my face, this size works with my face. Give me 2 pair of that. I mean, pretty much any place you go for glasses, though. James, I got 2 pair of glasses, frames and all, and the eye exam. Plus, I tacked on an extra $20 to it, and it was $99. $99 walking out the door for 2 pair of glasses and the eye exam. So I'm pretty happy with that. And no, they're not paying me to talk good about them. But you know what? Most of us pipe smokers tend to be a little bit older. We might be thinking about glasses sometime in the near future. Now, if you just have to have the absolute bestest, brand newest frames, and this, that, the other, hey, you can go anywhere you want to. But I'm pretty good about taking care of my glasses. I've only been wearing them for over 30 years. So I just want it to be light on my face and stay where I put them, which is on my face. And if I can get it for cheaper at over there or over here or somewhere else, and if I've had a fairly good experience and I feel like telling y'all, well, that's just because I don't feel like seeing y'all waste money either. Oh, I'm very suspicious about online glasses because I looked at all the frames, shapes in various different stores online, and I saw several that I thought I would like, including at America's Best. And I had written down, okay, I like this one, and I like this one, and I like this one. This is not one of the frames that I had written down. But when I went in, like I said, this is the one that matched closest to what I already had. Slight difference. This one is more rounded on the top, and it comes in down here instead of going straight down. But other than that, there's almost no difference. Steve, that was the way it was done back in the day. Unfortunately, there were people like me who have two different prescriptions, and part of it's because of an astigmatism, which might be why when I'm tired, my dyslexia is worse. They say when you get tired, your astigmatism actually shows up more on your eyes. I don't know. Yeah, see, that was one of the reasons why I wasn't going to order online, is because I thought I was probably going to end up with bifocals or progressives of some sort. And I really, really wanted to be able to go and check them out, like in the store. And then, like I said, my doctor was like, you're almost never going to need bifocals because your arms are long enough that you'll always be able to hold the book far enough away. Very nice, Ron. I didn't even know that you could get historical reproductions that way. Look at this. We're talking about glasses. Some of us pipe smokers only talk about glasses full of shots, shots, shots. Howdy, Martin. Oh, James, I can't wear plastic frames. The plastic frames, at least here in Houston, they get gummy. At least for me, anyways. Oh yeah, Pipe Week is definitely like Shark Week, except for no eyes of the shark. Makes me wonder if maybe the titanium frames would be good for you, James. Oh, hey, that yellow jacket that I killed, it's now getting swarmed by little ants. There won't be nothing left of them here in a little while. Howdy, Jose Golf Piper. Great to see you, sir. Well, if the plastic works for you, James, then stick with the plastic. But I worked around too many hot things and too many chemical things, and they said plastic's not going to be the way for you to go. Jose, there is no late to tailgate. Hey, remember I said loud, noisy bugs? Here they come? Yeah, here they are. There is no late to tailgate. You get here when you get here, and we all leave roughly when Robert shows up. Maybe not showing up here, but when he shows up on his channel. Martin, they don't call it Hotlanta because it's cool. I thought you knew this, brother. Ah, Jose, I am smoking the... Let's see if I can get it to focus on that. Screw it. We'll just make it easy. Placencia 149. Decent. Smoked slow. Pretty tasty. Somewhere around $12 to $14. At least here in my area. Try a monocle. All right, Cedric, that got me laughing. Yeah, it is a pretty damn good cigar. That's definitely true. And no, James, no, I just bought these glasses. I do not need to burn them right now. Martin in a Speedo. Come on, James. That's just not right. Patrick, yeah, I had the Flex-On memory frames. Those were great. but they will eventually break. I mean, but, you know, while you can twist them up into a knot for the first couple of years, if you keep doing that, it'll break them eventually. Oh, very cool, Ron. Well, we're all good just as long as Dr. Cliff Higgins is not enjoying the weather on the Gulf Coast. We all know what happens when he does that. Dickie V, man, now we're talking basketball, baby. I had a friend of mine that lived in the same neighborhood as Dusty Hill. One of those guys with beards, you know. Martin, I agree with you on the Atlantic breeze. Yeah, James, this guy lived at the very front part of the neighborhood that Dusty Hill lived in. Dusty Hill lived in the very back part of the neighborhood. Several streets over. You could always tell when ZZ Top was hanging out at his house, though. You could walk outside and hear a concert. Oh, James, that's what all the guys do in Florida. Swim trunks and no shirt. Then you just have to hang out at South Beach and put your head on a swivel. That's what all the guys do anyways. Not a problem, Kentucky. You take care. Have a good meal. Martin, San Diego is very like Hawaii in that. Great weather year round. And I do mean great weather. The problem is it's San Diego. i.e. it's California. Look, if you really want to fit in with the locals in Florida, what you do is you wear a water wicking or moisture wicking polo and some shorts, probably in pastel. And then you get yourself some dog that looks like a poodle. And you too could be called Charlie. Steve, don't say that in front of Miss Kathy. You might be wearing a frying pan on the wrong side. All right, James, if you have questions but you don't watch the news, go ahead with your questions. Somebody help him out, because I don't watch the news either. If it's not weather or traffic, I'm not watching it. Because it all becomes somebody else's opinion. And they're trying to convince me that their opinion is the only opinion available. Well, Steve, I mean, I know you can look as long as you don't touch, but some of those girls will walk right up and touch you with it. Howdy, Steph. Great to see you. Hopefully Skip is there as well. If not, that's because he's still offshore, isn't he? Yes, he's still offshore. What, one more week? They're evacuating Yellowstone? Hell, if I don't know. 11 more days. Skip, if you're out there, brother, and you're just tuning in, stay safe. Know that we care. Flash floods at Yellowstone. Okay. It happens. Collapsed a road, plus some mudslides. Okay. But that's a long way from here, so I'm not too worried right now. Yeah, definitely, Patrick. Way better than having Yellowstone turn into a super volcano. Of course, I think that realistically only happens if a very large meteor strikes somewhere truly on Earth. Meteor, asteroid, some sort of big, huge space rock. Can't prove that, but there's a few indentions here in the United States that say that the Earth has been smashed by some big rocks from time to time. And a few in Russia, if I remember correctly. What am I supposed to tell you? Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely got some volcanic activity. I figure if it happens, it happens. There's really not much you could do about it. If what they say is the super volcano of Yellowstone erupts, pretty much everything from Houston to the North Pole is going to get covered in a thick layer of ash. Might as well just say coast to coast, it's going to be nice and toasty. Make it stir fry. What kind of vegetables, Steph? It's all good to listen. Isn't that what they used to tell you? God gave you one mouth and two ears so you can listen twice as much. Well, if all you're listening to is cicadas, you probably want to plug some cotton in them ears. True, Martin. Oh, very nice stuff. Come on, Everett. What you meant to type in is you have a few pounds of haunted bookshop on the way. We know. We know. So, Steph, are you off for the summer, or are you teaching summer school? Martin's got to wait for the prices to come down. That's because he got that Ford gas guzzling truck. Oh, very nice, Patrick. All right, so we'll go ahead and do that bowl call. Hey, why not? Bowl call. What are you smoking, and what are you smoking it in? Me personally, I am smoking a Plasencia 149. Pretty damn good cigar, if you ask me. All right, Everett smoking Haunted Bookshop in a Phil Rivera Dublin. James is smoking Rich Dark Flake. We know that that means he's smoking a certain LCS Briar pipe, because he only allows one of his pipes to enjoy Rich Dark Flake. Steve is smoking an Odyssey Maduro. Decent cigar. I've had it. But it's been a while. It's been a long time since I've had one of those. And there's some cigars out there I just kind of enjoy better, but it's not a bad cigar. Boris is between smokes. Oh yeah, turning to credit cards. That'll help. Not. Ah, Cedric's got Prince Andrew in it. Rossi Canadian. Very nice. Martin's doing a nub cane and sweet tea with crown peach. Not big on peach. Jose's smoking 8 State Burley in his Savinelli 616. Earlier today, I was smoking some Squadron Leader. I really do kind of like Squadron Leader. But I have a hell of a time getting it lit and keeping it lit. Mostly because of the humidity. Smolders, goes out. Smolders, goes out. Smolders for a little bit longer, then goes out. Yeah. I had a feeling nobody was smoking a Groovy Blue in here. And yes, Squadron Leader is pretty good stuff, but like I said, it's just horrible humid here in the Houston area. It's like walking into a steam cabinet. You just... And Steph will probably agree with me. We don't really drink water in Houston, we breathe it. Patrick, it's been in this tin, sitting outside for 4 days. Anywhere else it would be crispy. Here it's still too moist to work. Yeah, Martin, probably gonna be a big red wave coming up. Of course, if that doesn't fix anything, it'll just be a blue wave right after that. And no, Steph, you don't have to verify that it's just hot and steamy here in the Houston area. The crazy part, like I've said before, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's not going to rain. Maybe Sunday. But we're still in the 90% humidity. I mean, it's so bad right now that you wake up in the morning, you take a shower, you put your clothes on, you walk out to your car, you return back to your house so you can take another shower. It's just the way it's done. That's true, Martin. They don't seem to get the fact that if gas prices go up, the price on everything goes up. Similar to the way that if minimum wage goes up, the price on everything goes up. I'm not sure about the Bohemian Black Oscuro. Mark Twain has always sounded interesting to me. Transition your peach. Of course, Martin. That's what that is. Transition your peach. Oh, only going to be 99 during a cold front. Why do they even call it a cold front? There's nothing cold about it. Ooh, it cooled down from 101 to 99. That's not a cold front. That's a cooling trend maybe, but not a cold front. Martin, I just don't know. Patrick, now that's a damn good cigar. Until this year, I had a hard time agreeing with the cigar pundits saying, oh, this is the best cigar this year. Ever since the Andalusian Bull came out, their list has been mighty suspect in my opinion. And I work in a cigar shop. Oh, the two-tone cigar wraps. That's just something they do from time to time. Various cigar companies have done it. I can't think of one that hasn't except for Padron. Yeah, so the barber pole wrap, you have basically two different wrappers. And we're not talking urban style music. We're talking about a cigar leaf wrapped around a cigar. Normally one will be Maduro and one will be, could be Connecticut, could be Habano or natural. Every once in a while you see one that is Candela. Realistically, the only reason why they do it is so that it looks different, and it sometimes convinces people to give it a shot. And then when they like it well enough, they'll give some more of the cigars in their lineup a try. Wait, Mudge just went live for Robert? I mean, we could all go over to Mudge's. That's fine, too. What's up with the green wraps? Those are called Candela. What they are is they are not aged. They're not fermented. They are picked, dried out, and wrapped as soon as they get to the right consistency. Right, Boris. Filthy Hooligan by Alec Bradley in the Black Market lineup is one of those barber poles. Right now, Partagas has one out that is, it's a real small cigar. Hey, if Mudge is on, we can all go over there. He'll have a whole lot less background noise. Even though some people complain that his background noise is pretty epic. But yeah, as Patrick said, the green wrapper is called Candela. All it means is unaged. Some people like them. For me, it gives me a splitting headache, so I stay away from it. I try about one a year, and it does happen to be the Filthy Hooligan. I mean, it's pretty much what it is. But yeah, somebody verify if Mudge is on. I'd love to hang out over at Mudge's. I bet you he's sweating up a storm right now too, because it's supposed to be hot out there where he's living. That's true, Patrick. There's a very small percentage of people that like the Candela wrapper. All right, so if Mudge is live, then we'll jump over to Mudge. Like I said, we're only hanging out until the next show shows up. I didn't know Mudge was going live. So I'll tell you what, we'll catch you on Mudge's show and then probably on Robert's. For all of y'all who are worried, don't worry. It's just hot out here. I might take the time to go get another soda. Or maybe a beer. As per always, remember. Take care of yourselves and each other. Do the best you can with that. And as per always, remember. Long lives, big bowls, and long ashes. Y'all take care. I'll see you at Mudge's house here in just a minute. Bye for now.